And today I am unboxing a used KitchenAid Pro Line 5-quart mixer that I got from Goodwill. It just arrived while I was teaching my sourdough bread class, and I gotta tell you, it's such a joy to teach people who already know how to make sourdough, how to do it with fresh milled flour, and just skip all the hassle. The learning curve goes way down if you only know one or two things. It's really awesome. And we made the dough today in a KitchenAid Ultra Power, which I guess was made in the 90s. And we kneaded the dough, I don't know for how long we did it, on speed 2. And the mixer only at the very end got just the faintest bit warm. There was no awful smell or anything like that, which again confirms in my mind that maybe KitchenAid got a bad rap. Nobody's paying me to do this. I'm just somebody who likes to experiment and explore, and I like people to be able to enjoy the equipment that they do have, or find equipment at an affordable price, something in your budget, right? And yet to be able to make the best bread. Especially with fresh milled flour. I have never had a KitchenAid where the bowl lifts up. This is a first. And I gotta say, I'm a little, like, giddy kid excited. Here's the bowl. Ooh. Oh, I've got 2 bowls. Whoa, would you look at that? Ooh. 2 bowls. This is a bigger bowl, and I guess it gets a bigger paddle. And then we have a little paddle. Are these big hooks? Yeah, we got 3 big paddles. 1 smaller paddle. I'm not sure if this goes with this mixer or not. And then a dough hook. And that looks kind of spirally to me. So that's kind of cool. Alright. We'll see how it compares to the one I bought. I gotta say, they pack things really well. So we'll put these over here. Alright. I might have a big enough box to put all my Bosch stuff in now. The Bosch itself fit in some other boxes, but it did not fit all the accessories. Because when I bought my Bosch 2 years ago, I got all the accessories with it. Got like a baker's bundle or something like that. Okay. Oh, that's black. I forgot. I just bid on it because it matched everything that I was looking for. That it turned on, right? And that had a dough hook and the bowls. Okay. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. Woo! Getting these mixers unwrapped is usually, oh, it's pretty. Usually the toughest part. All right, the Professional 5 Plus. This is the mixer. Okay. See if we can get it unwrapped. Okay. So all the weight's in here. All right. plug it in.
What if I do ridiculous? All of it.
If you do ridiculous, that will be awesome. I would love that.
The highest amount of Robux
No, not for the highest amount. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with. Can you please stop doing that while I'm on live? It's not very nice. You're making me frustrated. Okay. This bowl has, this is new to me, so I'm going to show you. This bowl has a dot in the back. Yes, you may. And two of these. These two things go on here, and the dot locks in underneath here. Okay. Just like that. And then it doesn't move around while you're mixing it. Okay. Let's see about this dough hook. And we'll raise it up. Okay. Let's turn it on and see what happens. That sounds kind of grindy, doesn't it? It sounds a little grindy, but we're still going to try and use it. Now this dough hook goes, I'm going to say, about my thumb's width from the bottom of the bowl. And I did get a dough hook, a stainless steel dishwasher safe.
So it can be dishwashed?
Yeah, so it can go in the dishwasher. And here is what this one looks like. Let's compare the two dough hooks. Because aren't we curious? How do I get this off?
So can I have the rest?
Oh, I have to put the bowl down. Learning curves. Not the rest. You may have a piece of it.
How about half and half?
These look pretty similar. I can't see much of a difference between them, can you? How about half? Half is fine. Since you ate all that soup and whatnot earlier. Now let's see how this one goes. They both come about the same distance from Alright, so in just observing these two dough hooks, I'm not so sure that this one that everybody claims is way better because this is a spiral dough hook. And the dough hooks that usually come with a KitchenAid are more of like a C shape with a little hook at the end. So why don't we mix up some dough and see how this puppy works? How about it? We're gonna go straight in to my Italian bread dough because that's what I want to know. Can it hold up? And this is definitely gonna get some servicing. If I open this up, that's gonna be a separate video. And not if. When I open this up, I want to go in and check out the gears. I want to see how old all this grease is. Is it all dried up? And then re-grease it and see if that makes a difference between the use today and use after maintaining it, like the equipment probably should be maintained. Okay. Size-wise, let's see. It'd probably be easier for me to just bring my 7-quart Kenwood up here. Okay, here are the two mixers side by side. Let's pull this down. You can see though, the Kenwood is smaller than the 5 Pro Plus.
I found a Mazda that looks like up high.
Oh, you
And
did?
I'll tie Martha.
Okay.
And they even got their own Martha.
Is there a way? Oh, this might do it. Hey, I can turn my camera around. Okay, so here's the Kenwood Titanium Major. This is a 7-quart mixer, but the body is more sized for a 5-quart, which is kind of cool. I do like that a lot. Here is the front, and there is the KitchenAid Pro Line 5. You can see how much higher it is, so if you're trying to fit underneath the counter, ooh, that Pro Line 5 might not do it. It's pretty tall, but the Kenwood would. Okay, and then as for which one's longer, this Kenwood is longer. So this one looks shorter right on that side. It's also shorter on that side. So this is not as deep, but it's taller. And I would say width, this might be a little wider because this is such a tall bowl. But I don't have a thermometer, or what do you call it? A measuring tape to check that out. So let's put you back up here on the little stand, and then we'll start milling. Okay. There we go. I'll move my Kenwood for now out of the way. I'm pretty sure that the Kenwood's going to stay in my kitchen over any of the other mixers that I have. The Zacme 7-quart, which I love, is not going to stay in my kitchen because it can't make small batches of cookies and stuff like that very well. It needs a bigger batch for that. And I don't want to make big batches of everything, just bread. Okay. Now, I love how these two sit together on my counter, and I will show you that in just a second. Ooh, yeah, check this out. Okay. Now that I know I can do it this way, look at that. So the Kenwood, the cord is actually like on the side, which would be, this would be like the back. So it has to be longer ways on the counter, but it gives me more space in the front, right? And with these two, look at all that extra space I have. I mean, this is awesome. So even if I were, I got something sticky back there. Even if I were to need to like turn this, I still have plenty of room to do so. How exciting. Aren't you just as excited as I am? What's this little wand thingy? Oh, nothing. Retouch. Do we really need retouch? I don't know. Does it make the pimples on my face go away? I was on vacation last week and I ate ice cream. Vanilla soft serve with rainbow sprinkles. I could not turn down the rainbow sprinkles. And my whole body is just all not happy that I did that. All right, continuing on, let's get our bread made. We're doing our Italian. Oh, I will be right back. I forgot. I took all my bread supplies, not all, but my scale and my thermometer to the bread class. I gotta grab that bag. Okay, I'm back. All right, brought my brown bowl and my scale, but they had a scale, my thermometer, and they had a thermometer. Brought my crackers. Would you like some crackers? Okay, and here's your charger. Whoop. Okay.
Thanks for the
And I brought my bench paper, but we actually didn't need it. Okay. So I have a printable on my website, justmillit.com, and I start with the Italian bread base. That base is 500 grams of flour. However, when I'm doing these videos, I've scaled it down to use 400 grams of flour. It's the exact same recipe, just smaller, because we tend to not go through a giant loaf of bread as well as we go through a smaller loaf of bread. Plus, I like to do these videos and experiment and change things up, so it's much easier for me to go through a smaller batch than a bigger one. All right, I have a batch of spelt and kamut sourdough going. Right now it's in the fridge, but I can't say I like how it's turning out just yet. So I think I'm just gonna do hard wheat, a little bit of einkorn, and I don't know. We'll see from there. I love einkorn. All right, hard wheat. We'll do 300 grams of hard wheat-ish, and then we're gonna put a little bit of einkorn in there, and then some durum. We'll go to 350 for that, and we'll finish it off with, oh, I could put kamut in there since I've got it. Everybody likes kamut over durum. I don't, but I'll use it for all you people who want to use kamut and see that it really doesn't change much. They're very similar. Okay. All right, let's just mill it into flour, which is how I came up with the name. I just kept yelling at people, just mill it. Don't buy it from the store, just mill the flour. You want to see big changes? Just mill it into flour. Okay. There's our flour. While the flour is milling, I prepare the other ingredients. 320 grams of cold water, cold, not warm, not hot, cold water. 8 grams of sea salt, 8 grams of orange juice, lemon juice, grapefruit juice, any kind of citrus juice, or 1/8 teaspoon of vitamin C. More is not better. Okay? Flour, water, salt, yeast, and vitamin C. That's all I put in my bread. And it turns out phenomenally soft. This is my daily bread. Okay. Oh, I could do this as the pizza dough. What's today? Wednesday. Yeah, maybe not pizza dough. Let's do English muffins. We'll do 6 grams of yeast, which is less than I normally put in. I usually put in 8. I want it to rise a little bit slower. Okay. Now, it is true. Flour, water, salt, and yeast are the ingredients plus the vitamin C. However, we go back to the 1800s and their methods, back when they used flour like this to get soft bread. And the way we do that is by taking a small portion, 5% of our flour, or 20 grams, okay, and we mix it with twice that of boiling water, which would be 10% of your flour. And it's okay if you go a little over. It's not the end of the world. Okay. And we're going to mix that up into a paste. And they did this back in the 1800s. And I don't know if they knew this contributed to their beautifully soft bread or not, but it did. Moist bread. And that's why we use it today. Let me see if I can get that up. There. Okay. All right. And then we're going to add that to the cold water. Usually I do it before I add the yeast, but oops, I didn't. Okay. But it'll still be okay. All right. Just don't add your hot Udane to warm or hot water. We're going to be in trouble. Okay? Mix that up, which cools that down already. It's nice and cool very quickly. It's a matter of seconds. Okay. Scoop up some water there. I need to find my spatulas. But if you don't have a spatula, we can make do with our hands. And if this bothers you, it's okay. You're not going to eat this bread. I am. Okay. All right. There we go. Paper towels, my one splurge. That parchment. They're my 2 splurges. We're going to add the flour next. I love this. If you ever are in a thrift store or whatever, and you see these little Sunbeam mixer bowls, snag one. They're the perfect size for 800 grams of flour, for fitting directly under your mill spout. They're just awesome for mixing up a little batch of icing or whatever, for cinnamon rolls. Like, if I ever saw just any more of these little Sunbeam bowls, I'd buy them all. Okay, now let's get to mixing. Earlier today, when we were doing the sourdough class, I realized that this person has a KitchenAid mixer. And so we were just going to do by hand. And then the one person said, well, I'd like to try it in a mixer because it would make it go faster for me. Could we do that? I said, sure, let's do it. we want to use something like a Danish dough whisk to get this constituted. Okay. This is my recommendation. Yeah?
This was Zombie Sense for dance.
What?
Kuzu.
Oh, okay.
That is zombies for dance
Okay.
class.
So that's that. I just wanted to get it all mixed together into a dough before putting it into the mixer. This worked rather well. We're going to bring this up here so you can see better. There we go. Oh, we need to put our dough hook on. Should I use this one? This one. Let's try the one that came with it first. Okay. Yeah, I suspect this is going to need a little bit of maintenance, but we're still going to try and make the first batch without the maintenance, just so we have a baseline. Like, what are these mixers like when you get them versus when you get them new? Okay, so on the KitchenAid, you're supposed to mix on speed 2. Not higher, not lower, speed 2. What I'm wondering right now is there a way for me to adjust how high the bowl goes? Because that would make this go so much faster. Where would that adjustment be? I'll have to look that up. I mean, it's kneading it. It's just not kneading it well. Let's pause. Right, we have to lower the bowl and take it out. So only this much of the mixer hook is actually getting into the dough. That's a problem. Oh, right here. I believe this right here is the answer to my problems. Let's see. Eli, do you know where a flathead screwdriver is? Let's see if we can use this one. Maybe it is not the answer. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I could probably use something better than this. Huh. Well, let's try this dough hook and see if it makes a difference. I really think that we have to get this one's gonna be noisier. There's gotta be a way, right? Does anyone know the answer to this question? Let's see. 1, 2. be mixing just a little better. It's getting more of the dough in the bowl. Can you tell the difference? I still wouldn't say it's fabulous, but it's getting there. There's a lot of dried on grease on this mixer. Let this sit here and mix, and I'll be right back. The good news is it's not bouncing around on the counter, and our mixer's not hot. Be right back. Hi, it's me, I'm back. We got a long way to go on this. Still not hot. That's a good sign. Now, what I can say is that my first big bread class that we did had 6 KitchenAid mixers in it. And we were doing a double batch of bread for each mixer. We kneaded the dough for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. As you can see, it's going to take a long time for this to clean the bowl. And we came back in the room and it smelled hot. It smelled, you know, like hot grease, hot electrical. It was not good. We turned off the mixers and tried to figure out how to make it through the class. We did. We made it through the class just fine. The mixers are still working, but we didn't use them again. And there was only one of her mixers that we still could use for the second round. And that was a bowl lift mixer. I don't know how old it was. It might have been a much older KitchenAid. Alright, this dough's starting to like move a little bit. It's not laying flat in the bowl anymore. That's a good sign. So, my previous thoughts were saying that KitchenAid mixers are awful for professional flour. Eventually you're going to kill the motor. Wasn't totally based on influencer posts. However, that was scary to do that. And I wouldn't be buying myself a KitchenAid to try if I didn't think in the back of my mind there's got to be a reason that this isn't really working well for everybody. And this is just day one. Day one with an open mind. I like you. I don't like you that much. All right. So, I am not on the internet. Let's fix that. I haven't used this mixer or this iPad in a very long time. Why? I don't know. Oh, there, we're back on. Turning the screw counterclockwise will raise the bowl and clockwise will lower it. Alright, step 1 is to turn off the mixer. Okay. Step 2 is to find a screwdriver. How is it I have 2 Phillips head screwdrivers and no flatheads? Eli, could you please look for a flathead screwdriver for me? Could you find a flathead screwdriver for me, please? What? Okay, whatever. No, I don't know where my red kit is. Somebody walked away with it. Well, that doesn't help me.
Yeah, but I do got this.
Don't worry, I got this. That's not going to help me, but thank you. I appreciate your effort. It's okay. I think I got it.
Red kit will be in there.
Plug it back in. Oh, that's so much better, isn't it? Woo, I can see it moving all around the bowl now. Me too.
Mom, may I have
A what? Sharpish knife? Oh, I don't know where any are. They're in the sink. They're dirty. I got a butter knife. What do you need me to cut? Huh? Cardboard box cut with this butter knife here. Sure it does.
It hardly even cuts.
Okay, if you don't want that one, that's fine. It doesn't feel nice when somebody asks you for help. Alright, that'll work. Be careful, okay? Little, barely, I would say this is body temperature right here. Lukewarm. ourselves some food grade grease, and I think today we're digging in and gonna re-grease this puppy. No, it's not gonna come fast enough. I don't want to do pickup. How do I change it? We're not there yet. Nothing. Wonder where I get that. I don't want to order everything on Amazon. Okay. That's enough of that, isn't it? Wee, 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 wee. Let's take a look at our dough. We are going to get some water. Touch your dough with wet hands. Okay. It's pretty sticky. It's not bad, but it's not great. What? here if you need me. All right. We gotta put dough hook back on. Let's see if this one makes a difference now that we've raised the bowl some. I think both hooks are similar, very similar. So it took a very long time to get to it okay. Some people will do this and then they'll let their mixer rest for 15 minutes and then they'll do it again. That's not practical. And this is a 5-quart mixer, but the bowl is very big. Doesn't it feel big? I can see some gluten strands forming. That's nice. There's somebody still on here. Thanks for watching. You must be bored out of your mind. Alright, so today's not going to happen with the food grade grease. What? Yeah.
I was stuck.
You got unstuck. Good job.
And I tried to get out and I tripped.
You need to kiss any boo-boos? Okay. We're not there yet. This is the moment where we turn the mixer off and then we do the same thing we did before. We're gonna wet our hands. Okay. And then I pick this dough up. It's actually got some pretty good gluten development. I'll show you. Okay. See that? That's doable. Okay. All right. So if you were not wanting to use your mixer all the way through, you could use some hand techniques to work with your dough at this
Mom, I
point.
smacked it my face in the phone.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right, I'm gonna rinse my hands and we'll wash.
You need to wash what?
What?
Wash what?
What? Wash my hands. Because they're. Oh, can I have a paper towel roll? They're over there on the baker's rack. Okay. Okay. Oops, let's not pinch the cord. There. Okay. So we've got our KitchenAid out of the way a little bit. We're gonna pop this bowl up. It actually comes out really easily, so that's nice. We're gonna put
Here
this.
you go.
Thank you, sir. Okay. All right. Put that thermometer back on the stove. Let's get to working with this dough, shall we? Okay. All right. Such a tiny kitchen. Tiny kitchen.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna notice how hard this is.
Oh, yes, that's perfect. We need to put those in a bag. Can I give you a bag for that? I'll write ramen on it.
Because that is literally hard.
Yep, it's supposed to be hard so that we can store it in a cabinet. Can you put all those?
I cannot even break it.
You want to put them all in the bag. Thank you, sir. All right, we're going to put this out onto our wet counter. Okay, just like so. All right, here's our dough. So this dough, not bad, especially for a KitchenAid. All right, this dough is 90% hydration. What does that mean? Well, it means that all except 10% of the flour weight is water. So I put, if I had,
not even fit it in there.
if I had 100 grams of flour, I would have
Almost not even
90
fit.
grams of water. Okay. Instead, I have 360 grams of water to my 400 of flour. Well,
Everything I do that is like nice and fine.
do you want to write on this bag for me? Okay. I need you to write ramen. I will spell it for you. Okay? We made fresh milled ramen the other day, and my buddy here is going to write R. It's 5 letters. R.
Okay.
Put the R here.
What are we
You know, R, like this.
doing?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's beautiful. A.
Doesn't matter what A.
Nope, you can do whichever one you want. I don't care if it's uppercase or lowercase.
Actually, that one's better.
That's beautiful. M.
Then I usually do it.
Yep. M.
The effort one.
M looks like this part of the A without this, but 2 times.
Oh, so good.
Actually, this still looks beautiful.
So like that?
Yes. E. You know that letter. This is called lamination. I do this with all my Italian dough.
Next.
N,
And
which is just like the M, but without the last line.
so it's like that.
Beautiful. You spelled ramen. You wrote it for me. Now we can put that in the cabinet. We'll know what it is.
Okay, I'll put it in the cabinet. Which one?
That one.
What one?
That one.
Wait.
Okay. If your dough's sticking to the counter, you can use a bench scraper.
Oh, Bridge. Oh, Mom, remember
What do you just-
when I did
Huh?
something? Remember when I did?
Yeah. Thank you for putting that in there. That's wonderful. You did a great
Remember
job.
when I did this?
I remember.
My chef's spot.
Yep. There we go. And then we're just going to shape this into a dough ball.
Chef's place.
There
It's
you go.
locked now.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Okay. Hey, that turned out. So can we do it on our KitchenAid? Well, yes, but we've got some work to do to make this an everyday thing. So first of all, gotta pop that down there. And let's put the dough hook in and see just how far down it goes. Now that we took the dough out of it. Okay. Well, that's better. We got like 1/4 of an inch, and if I had a real screwdriver, we could probably get it higher. And that would make an even bigger difference in the kneading capacity. Truth be told, I could have stopped the mixer very early on and just done this lamination thing and strengthened my dough up quite a bit. Okay. There we go. I like that. Now we need our bowl. My favorite, the 2.5 quart Pyrex bowl, is what I love to do any kind of bulk fermentation or first rise in. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. This dough feels beautiful. Oh, and it's got einkorn in it. It's gonna taste so good. That's accounting for the extra sticky is the einkorn. But I love it. We got some bubbles.
It is chef's police car.
A chef's police car? What?
So if anybody tries to steal from him,
Yeah.
he has police to arrest him.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna let that rise. We'll do 2 rises today. Mostly because that's what I feel like. Okay. Usually, however, I just shape the dough, stick it in the pan, and bake it. And if anyone who's watching decides they would rather see me just shape the dough, put it in the pan, and bake it, I'm happy to do that. All you have to do is type it in the comments. Okay. I know, right? Alright. And if you are watching, it's always nice to say hi, so I know who you are. Otherwise, it's kind of like you're lurking and it's a little creepy. Just saying, don't be creepy. Say hello. Okay. Alright. There we go. I have my other sourdough, the Kamut and Spelt one, in the refrigerator.
Oh, do you know you
I
have to
plan
have
on
a special
baking this soon. Like around 4. Yeah.
Do you know you have to have a special
Yeah,
chef
I
key?
think I'm gonna bake this around 4 o'clock. What?
You have to have a special
A
chef.
special chef key. Did you know you need to have a special chef key? I did not. No, sir, I did not know I need to have a special chef key.
Too much.
Oh boy.
What
I
kind of
have a
chef
whole
has
arsenal of chef police cars. You gotta check this out. Look at them all. Woo, 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 woo! And my police officer up here protecting the cupboard. Alright, so this one, the Kamut Spelt Loaf, is gonna bake soon. Now, I mixed this dough and it was a gorgeous window pane. And I laminated, I did all the stuff, I did lots of stretch and folds and coil folds, but I can't say that 90% hydration is my favorite. I'm probably going to lower it next time to 80 and see if it's a little better. Mostly because half of this dough is spelt. The spelt doesn't like as much water. What? Sure. In just a minute. All right. Thanks for joining me. More will be coming on the KitchenAid testing, maintenance, all that.
Yeah,
I want to know
chef spots
if I was a
those
victim of influencers or bad information,
things.
or if the KitchenAids just aren't good enough. The only way for me to truly know that is to sit and dive in. So have a great day. Take care. And don't forget, just mill it.